"Are you sure about this?" Jenna asked, her voice wavering as she clutched her flashlight. "It's just an empty stadium," Alex said, smirking. "People say it's haunted, but it's probably just rats and creaky walls." As they stepped onto the field, the air grew icy, and a faint whisper seemed to drift through the wind. One last game. The stadium was colossal, its towering floodlights casting long, eerie shadows over the empty seats. Once a place of roaring crowds and celebrations, it now stood in silence, abandoned for over a decade after a tragic fire that claimed hundreds of lives. But tonight, against all warnings, a group of thrill-seeking friends decided to break into the haunted grounds to play one final match under the spectral floodlights. They found a dusty old soccer ball near the sidelines, its surface cracked and worn. Laughing nervously, they set up their teams and began to play. But as the ball rolled across the field, strange things began to happen. Shadows flickered in the stands, and a low hum, like a distant crowd, echoed faintly in the night. "Did you hear that?" Jenna asked, stopping in her tracks. "Just the wind," Alex replied, kicking the ball harder. As Alex dribbled the ball toward the goal, it abruptly stopped, dead still, as if an invisible hand had seized it. The floodlights flickered, and for a brief moment, the field was bathed in complete darkness. When the lights came back, the group froze. The stands, once empty, now held shadowy figures seated silently, their faces featureless, but somehow watching intently. "Let's go!" Jenna screamed, but Alex shook his head. "Number, we finished the game. They want us to play." The ball moved on its own, rolling toward the center of the field. A deafening whistle echoed through the air, and suddenly opposing players appeared, phantoms dressed in the charred remains of old jerseys. The game resumed, but it was no longer just for fun. The Phantom team was ruthless, moving with unnatural speed and precision. Every time the friends touched the ball, the shadows in the stands leaned forward, their silent gaze more intense. When Alex scored, a loud cheer erupted from the shadows, sending chills down their spines. But the celebration was short-lived. One of the Phantom players pointed at Alex, and his shadow on the ground began to stretch unnaturally, twisting and contorting as if it had a life of its own. One by one, the friends faltered. Jenna tripped over nothing, her body dragged backward by unseen hands. A thick fog rolled in, covering the field and swallowing her screams. "Keep playing!" Alex shouted, sweat pouring down his face. He kicked the ball toward the goal, but a Phantom player intercepted it, their hollow eyes locking onto him. The scoreboard lit up for the first time in years, showing the score: Phantoms 3, Humans 0. Only Alex was left. He sprinted toward the goal, dodging Phantom players as the shadows closed in. His heart pounded as he kicked the ball with all his strength. It sailed through the air and into the net. The whistle blew, and for a moment, there was silence. The shadows in the stands began to rise, their forms dissolving into the air like smoke. The floodlights dimmed, and the field was plunged into darkness. When the lights returned, Alex was gone. The field was empty, the ball resting in the center, as if untouched for years. In the weeks that followed, rumors spread of a lone figure seen in the stadium at night. A shadow playing soccer against an invisible opponent, forever trapped in the last match. The stadium remained closed, but some swore they could still hear the faint echo of a crowd cheering. waiting for the next challenger to step onto the haunted field.